Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Friday, February the 5th market update. On the economic front, we had the January non-farm payrolls. The number came in at a minus 20,000, which compared to December wasn't too bad. December was minus 85,000. I still think it was a little disappointing to the market. The unemployment rate edged down to 9.7% compared to the 10% we had in December. Then on Monday, this coming Monday, there is no big economic announcements out on Monday. The dollar, gold, copper were all up. Silver and oil were down today. So we're looking at here at the UUP, the dollar ETF, and you can see that we had some resistance up here. It's got resistance all the way up, so I mean, pick your number. But so you see we got up here near this prior high, wherever it was back there, right there, and we got rejected, and so we pulled back and had a nice looking kind of little shooting star pattern. So we'll see how that goes, and had lots of volume, so it might be a short-term top for the dollar. We'll see how that goes next week and see if that holds up. Light sweet crude futures were down another $1.95 to settle at $71.19 a barrel. So let's go to the point and figure chart. So we've taken out this bullish trend line and went lower. Crude is now on a sell signal per the point and figure chart with a price objective of $61. Now, will we get down there? That'll remain to be seen. There is, here at 70, could be a possible, this prior column of O's could be a possible, a little bit of a support area for crude. So, it was today, and so we'll see if that around that it actually printed 69 something. But so we'll be watching crude to see if it goes lower or higher, probably depending on the market. Let's go take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up 10 points to 10,012. The S&P closed up 3 points to 1,066. The Nasdaq closed up 15 points to 2141, and the Russell closed up 3 points to 592. So the Nasdaq had the largest percent gain, up 0.74%. The Dow was the weakest, up only 0.1%. So this was quite a day here. I think the Dow at one point was down like 160 some points or so. And you see it had this nice, actually, it was kind of a hammer. It was almost even, almost dragonfly doji-like. It's quite impressive. So again, typically this means it puts in a short-term bottom, but I mean, it doesn't always work. Nothing always works in the market. But that does look promising. It looks like the Dow is trying to hold on to the 10,000 level. It took it out during the day, but we did close above 10,000, so it looks like the Dow is trying to hold that. And the S&P, same type of candle, and it looks like the S&P is trying to hold this 1,065 or so area, which was right here. So it's serving as some support here. So we'll continue to monitor that. At this point, I'm not sure where we're going. I mean, we're still oversold, and I'll show you the oscillator here in a minute, but I'm guessing that we could probably at least get back up here to the 1,100, 1,110 area short term. I'm just not, I don't think we're going to go out up here and take this out anytime soon. So wouldn't get too excited about that. So let's look at Goldman here. Goldman still hanging tough at the 150. Was up, had a pretty good day. XLF. We talked about it breaking this 14-ish level. It did. Another one that's trying to stop. And gold. Gold is actually, I'll point out here, I guess I have to go to the 1-year chart. So gold's low of 09 was back here in April of 09. And gold actually went down and touched its 50% Fibonacci retracement today. And they started buying it, they were buying gold with both hands as fast as they could as soon as it got down there. So big jump in gold today. Now, does that mean that the bottom's in gold? I don't know. This is what, since we have, this is what most traders will do. This is just one technique to use. Let me get to the 3 month. There we go. So what will you do is come in Monday, okay, and this is the low day. So you would want to buy if it looks like we're going to close Monday afternoon. If we're going to close over the high of the low day. So our high is 104.68. You can go in here and buy GLD. This is for a trade at if it looks like we're going to close above 104.68. So you need to wait till about 5 minutes prior to close on Monday, and you can buy gold and go long. But that's what a lot of traders will watch that. Your stop will be the low of this low day. So the stop would be 102.28. Now, does it mean you're not going to get thrown right back out and, trashed? No, in the next few days. But that's a lot of traders. This is the technique they use. All right. So you would buy if it looks like we're going to close over the high of the low day. This is our low day here, right? Okay. So that's something to technique you can try there. I'm sure a lot of you that trade, I'm sure, use that all the time. So silver's still struggling along here. It didn't even close positive, but it did put in another nice little hammer, dragonfly doji type candle. Let's go over, and there was tons of volume today too. That's another thing I was going to mention. Lots of very high volume today. So let's go look at the oscillator. So we're looking at the McClellan. We're still very oversold, still at minus 69. So we definitely have some room to the upside. So we'll be watching that, see if we get a nice bounce. Now, if we could even get a 5%, this low here of 1,044, if we would go back up to this area, that would be about a 5% move. So that's kind of my maybe possible short-term target. Actually the best thing, it would be Monday if we open up really, really weak and that, and flush everyone out, and then they start buying. That would probably be the ideal scenario, but who knows if that'll play out. Depends on what kind of news comes out over the weekend. Let's take a look at the VIX. VIX was, it's got this kind of a megaphone looking pattern going on. Of course, it didn't get up there this time, but it looks like it has some this trend line here closed beneath it. So look how high it was, man. It really started to, lots of people were selling their puts, bring this thing right back in here. So let's look at the sectors. Whoops, that's not the sectors. All right, 9 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The gold index was the largest percent gainer, up 4.96%. The home construction index was the weakest, down 2.2%. Let's go over, I'll take another quick look at gold. I've been talking about the gold futures here. Watch this 1,065 level. Man, it was a huge bear trap, man. That gold took off, and was falling during the day. We got down to 1,049, 1,050 level here. Scared everyone to death, I'm sure, that was in gold. And then what did we do? We closed above the 1,065 level. Imagine that. So we did do it. We talked about it. It did happen. Kind of scary as the day went on, since I do have some spreads underneath some gold miners. So let's see, over to the current market signals. Of course, we don't no chart watch on Fridays. I will post my weekly watch list on Sunday evening. I know, boo hiss, but plus I'm still, we still need to be pretty careful. I'm not convinced that, that it's just going to be that simple that we just start buying and go back up here for a few days. So of course, the Dow, Nasdaq still on a sell signal, S&P still on a buy signal. There's really no changes here, so I'm not going to really take a look at those today. So that's it for today. Have a great weekend, and remember to always invest sharp.